5.
If it's raining, I'm gonna lose my shit, bro.
Welcome to Tampa, Raymond James Stadium, and while it
is it raining?
indeed home to the 2021 Super Bowl champion Buccaneers, it is also the home field for the USF Bulls and the clash that we have in store today. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the South Florida Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going.
I think it's raining.
And the Bulls will put it away to start the game.
All right.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch.
I got us calling a young Shaq Spawn.
The offense set for a first down play. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's going to take a shot. Pulls it in on the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve, and we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years, and it's not just run, it's not just eat clock, it is be aggressive, attack, make big plays down the field.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights.
Can anyone catch him? Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, going full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance.
Motherfucker would do throw back hard.
Every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
That is just what you want defensively, right? Bend, don't break. They drove down the field a little bit. They got 2nd and goal. Boom. Create that negative play. Now they got 3rd and goal. Now they got to make some decisions. Do they want to be conservative? Do they want to be aggressive? Either way, an advantageous situation now for this defense.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. And they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
What you want? +1 stamina and plus what? 2 break tackle?
Week 1 was +2 break tackle. Week 2, I put +1 stamina. And then week 4 on them, I put +1 break tackle again. And then week 3, it was on my QB, Andres, whatever. And that was +1 medium accuracy.
Throws to the tight end. It's caught. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Those are all done.
Big play like that to open a drive just builds the confidence. Now 1st down from the 46. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game off season. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have.
And the ball is intercepted. Bringing it back at the 30, the 10. Touchdown, Bama! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside. It can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game when you go back and you look, you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of it.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown 1 in my life, but...
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And I like that this offense is continuing to try to stay balanced and hand him the football and show confidence. He put the ball on the deck last week. They still rewarded him, still giving him the football. But, man, you cannot continue to put the ball on the ground and expect to continue to get carries.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down and run. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. He's looking to throw it. finds his big tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Alabama pushing the tempo. Wants to go up top. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Fair catch, called for and made. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Give to the running back. At the 35, he's loose. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. He's going to pass. Dumps it to the back. It's complete on the right side. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Here's the give off the left side. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
To the air, it's Baker. Pocket starts to collapse. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Alabama 17, South Florida 0.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Taking it the other way. The 30. The 10. Touchdown Tide. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
Yeah, and how about that, man? 4th down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick. Not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll pull it on the read. He has the first and still on his feet. Flying out to the left. Running inside the 20. Touchdown Bulls. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Purdue is getting whooped today, and at some point this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 24 to Nebraska. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. He couldn't do it on that last play.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at 2nd down. From the gun, the running back has it. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Makes the catch, he's got enough. Tackle is made after the first down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quick pass on the jet motion. Across the 45. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
He makes the connection. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Every good quarterback is first a game manager. At Alabama, that used to be sort of a label of derision, but now they're not only that, they're playmakers.
Yeah, and it's what they used to ask them to do. Like they were very comfortable handing the ball off running the ball, controlling the clock, you know, trying to keep your defense fresh. Nah, bro. If you can't score points now, if you can't get first downs and go get me touchdowns, you're not going to be on the field.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Throws toward the end zone. Makes the grab, gets the foot down. Just precision execution on that big play.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Receiver on the move, gets the touch pass. Touchdown, Alabama! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time, and they back it up here.
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on this last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Scanning the field, it's Baker. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown, USF! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ball game.
And with the extra point, they're down 31-14. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Riddick. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to throw. Pressure coming. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. They've got it at the 25, just needing a yard on second down. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. It's complete to the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Running backs are wide receivers. They do such a great job nowadays out of the backfield. All you got to do, dump it to him. Get it to him quick, and he'll make the rest happen with his running back skills. But they do so much work with wide receivers in practice that they basically have become wide receivers.
Feeling some heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
To the air, it's Baker. The throw, and that is interception number 3 on the day. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 20. And just an outstanding return takes it back to the 7-yard line.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket. And they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, first and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Alabama quickly back to the line. Looking for the end zone on 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Here comes the offense on 2nd down.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Back to throw, it's Baker. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Coming after him. And the quarterback is snowed under. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So the offense will go for it around midfield. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. And we're going to see a few of these as the game goes on. But with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Back to pass, it's Baker. Fires to the middle. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his second interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
Offense getting set for first down. From the shotgun, the inside give. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Cricket.
Just feeds the running back. An attitude run as he's dragged down after a pickup of 6 down to the 14.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the pummeling has started. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
14.
He's going to bring it out from deep. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Ran the ball on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. On the move. At the 40, there he goes. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. Convoy.
They'll ride the hot hand. Runs through the tackle. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a 1st down.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads can call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
Timber. Terrier.
Just when they're looking run, now up top. Makes the grab. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
And this defense is going to have their hands for it because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Now on the move. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loses 2. Second down coming up.
Okay, ready?
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12.
Set. Hut. Black 24. Black 24. Cut.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Into the end zone. Touchdown, South Florida. He'll try to tack on one more. Right down the boulevard. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Fresno State has the lead right now, but this Bulldog Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 10 over the Coyotes. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes that Alabama offense. Wide out in motion. Trying to get the edge with the jet sweep. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
You know this defense was practicing and game planning for this guy in particular. They knew with his speed at receiver, not only would he be catching the football, but they were going to get him involved in the run game as well. That defense looked ready for that play.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man by himself. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Breaks the tackle. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Going up top on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
Pickup of 2. Make some noise. It's 3rd down.
The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown tie. And the beatdown has ensued. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
He's going to try his luck from the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Final play of the quarter coming. Quarterback will audible. Trying to find his man on first down. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistent.
First down to start the drive after the break. To the air, it's Baker. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football. And that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
They'll give it to the back. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going deep. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown Bulls! And once he got loose, it was all over. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Firing to the right, complete. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Alabama! And the route is on. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Let's see if they play it conservatively and try to get some of the yardage back on 2nd and long from the 13. Quarterback checking the play. Dropping back, it's Baker. They're trying to get to it. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. Dino. Arrow. Gorilla. Gorilla.
On 4th down, looking to pass. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20. Typically, at this spot on the field, you make a fair catch. I'd call that risk aversive, but it is good field position. Here comes that Alabama offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Defense might bring the house here. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Looking for more room. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got his man on the right. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. To the air, it's Baker. Throws to the wideout. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the right. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got it past the marker. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Brings up 2nd down.
Got some work to do after that last play. 2nd and 13. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And his 5th interception of the game. A miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Fires left. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
From the gun, running back on the move. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. Just complete and utter dominance in this one.